So this was an afterthought when I started the video. So the biggest thing, guys, with this channel is that I wanted to prove that anyone is able to do this. I'm 25 years old. If I learned this stuff when I was 18, I would be more experienced at it. But like, hey, we all got to start somewhere, right? So the biggest thing is just you're gonna mess up. I messed up a lot when I first started painting. I completely messed up a door on primer. So the biggest thing is just not getting upset about it and just learning to be better. That's one of the biggest things. But the main goal of this channel is like, this is an extreme build for the Fox. 7 liter 427 dart block. That's not cheap. Not an 18-year-old can hardly go get that. All right. I've started with 302 blocks. I've done 302 head cam intake. I've done where my first Fox, I didn't have enough money to get any go fast parts. I had enough money to fix it, so I had to learn how to do head gaskets. I had to change out the head gasket with my buddy in a driveway. So I've been very blessed with what I do now and able to afford this, but at the same time, like basic combos or just generally learning about how to do something on the cheap is it's really good. All right, it's always good to learn something new. Paint was one of the biggest things I feared about, and really honestly, minus sandpaper and consumables, I spent $500 on all the paints plus primer, clear coat, and the actual paint. I spent $200 on a paint gun, bought a couple of the purple guns, and that was good. All right, sandpaper, maybe another $100 in sandpaper. I got a Harbor Freight or somewhere, you know, I can get it cheaper online, but I was impatient. The biggest thing is that if you put your mind to it, you can do it, all right? Some people, this is they have a dream car and it's sitting in their driveway, they don't know what to do, they don't know where to start. Start somewhere, all right? Even if it's just something little, like even just cleaning up the rims, you know, cleaning out the inside, getting it ready. You have big plans, you can make those big plans happen, all right? Just don't be discouraged. Like it's very disheartening looking at the Fox with the interior completely how it was, especially when before I even started painting it. It just had in the back corner, had all the interior and thing. It was very disheartening. But the biggest thing is just not quitting, keeping up with it, and man, even 1% is 1%, closer to 100, all right? So don't be discouraged, keep up with it, and you know, do good work. That's the thing. The biggest thing is doing good work, all right? Do everything the right way possible. Don't cut corners, because cutting corners only gets you so far, all right? Now, sometimes you gotta rig something up to work. That's fine. But try to do everything the correct way as you can before you have to do that, all right? So go through all possible means, but if you have to rig something to work, get you home, or get it just to work, all right? But if you're gonna rig it up, at least make it look nice. So biggest thing is just, y'all, this isn't necessarily a budget channel, but I've done budget builds before. You know, I'm learning as I go. All right, I can't take time from work to go to an auto body course. There's a lot of people back home, they go to the community college and do an auto body thing, you know, or that, or like engine building. Like I had to learn on my own. All right, I never built a short block, but I can probably get it done if I had to. So always learn new things, and I appreciate everyone that watches this channel. So, you know, let's get some work done, and we can go from there. So, all right, catch y'all. Hey, so what's up, everyone? We're back in the shop today. I got to get my jumper on, get all this. We're going to try to get this in primer today. All we got to do is miss a couple of spots with the clear coat right here, and just go around it. Hit this key lock area with a little Scotch-Brite pad, and it should be good. And get this side of the film primer at least. The underside, I'm not too worried about it. I might just scuff it up with some like 600 grit and then just throw paint right on top of it. Honestly, I don't see it being necessary to do it in primer. Because half of this panel right here, at least, is covered underneath a plastic panel. The only really part you'll see is like maybe the edges right here. That's it. So I really don't see that's necessary to do the whole works to it. I can just scuff it up and shoot it with paint. So we're gonna try that. If it doesn't work, then you know, just sand it down. I never tried that before, so just gonna try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, go back to step one, do it the right way, or the 100% right way. It isn't necessarily cutting a corner. It's not really necessary. No one's gonna see this part really too much. This part was done pretty well, but I maybe not put as much emphasis as like the doors or the fenders, but the reason behind that is because a lot of stuff isn't really dented before. It's hard to dent the hatch. The only thing is I have a low spot right here on the hatch. I'm gonna shoot it with primer and see how, I can feel it's low, but like, to me, is it really that important to like spend the next hour or two going at it. It's something that's very small in this little area. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna do it in primer. When it comes out in paint and it looks trash, I'll just redo it over again. I might be able to get away with it with just doing some thick layers of primer across the whole thing and try to sand it down with 180. So we're gonna do that. Let me just scuff up this little area real fast and then start mixing some primer and then get to shooting. So I'll get back to you in a second. All right, everyone. So I went ahead and mixed up the primer. I cleaned this off with some waxing grease remover. Cap section over here. Cleaned up with some waxing grease remover first, and I hit up tack cloth. So that's pretty clean. So let's get this hatching primer, get the top part, and then we go from there. So let me get the paint gun ready, and then I'll take a video of me shooting the primer. So I just use, for primer only, I just use the Harbor Freight purple gun. These are throwaway guns, to me at least. I have a Black Widow from Harbor Freight that's really nice. I use that for color and clear coat. But primer guns, primer gets nasty, and then also they probably would last longer if I cleaned them out really well as soon as I did it, but sometimes they just get lazy about it, and then they'll get gunked up and they don't shoot right. I did have one Harbor Freight gun. It lasted me maybe three panels of the primer. It didn't really last that long. It started to leak air down here. So I just think they're throwaway guns. They're cheap, like 10 bucks, something like that. I would like to get a dedicated primer gun eventually. The most important thing is always wear PPE, proper protective equipment, gloves. That reducer is for a while I wasn't wearing gloves, but that grease reducer is some nasty stuff on your skin, and your skin absorbs all of it. Obviously wear a mask, don't want to get that paint particle stuff in. Eye protection, some people say it's not necessary. I just wear them because I want to wear them. So let's go ahead and get this primer down.
And then I shoot about 35 PSI. That's what I shoot my guns at. So we're just gonna, go ahead and get it done.
So I shot the primer on it, nothing special. You can still smell some of the reducer in the air. So the biggest thing is getting that first coat on. I gotta wait 10 minutes from now and I can shoot the second coat, then another 10 minutes, third coat, and then another 10 minutes, fourth coat. When I get to the fourth coat, I'm done with coats, and then I can start. I'm probably not gonna do as much block sanding. I'm probably just gonna hit it all at 600 grit and call it good. So I'll hit it one good time with block sanding, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all a little footage of shooting the first coat, so we'll go from there. So I finished the last coat of primer. That's all I'm gonna do today. Once you finish the last coat, you gotta wait an hour. It's already late. I don't feel like staying here for another hour. I'd rather go hang out with some people. So, but the car is on its last coat of primer. That's it. So tomorrow, come in and touch up with the sander, and then we'll go from there. But I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you for taking time of your day and watch this video. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. This month, I will be trying to do a video every day for the full month. So we'll see how that goes. It's just gonna be progress, even if it's little, where I'm gonna try to find content for something. So just stay in tune, and we'll go from there. So catch you on the next one.